Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mudcat here from 2XP Gaming, and today I wanted to talk about Forge. We're about a week out from Halo 5's Forge, so I just wanted to discuss some things and kind of show you an old map that I made. You'll notice that I'm here in Halo Reach, and that's because I used to forge a lot on Halo Reach, and so I've been back revisiting some maps and kind of asking myself, can I bring anything from Reach to 5 that I really liked? And I think this is a good candidate, and I think I'm going to use this map as a remake, and I'm also going to use it to kind of get used to the controls and kind of hone my Halo 5 forging skills, get back into the swing of things. And so let's just take a look around here, and also I'm doing this so maybe I can get some general tips either from my Spartan company or from you guys on YouTube, or maybe somebody's got some ideas that I can use to help beef up this map. Alright, so this map's called the Fountain, and it's called the Fountain because of this giant fountain in the middle. And you'll notice in my map I use a lot of water, and that's kind of actually almost like a signature. I use water in almost every map I make. And that's because I really like the concept of walking here in the water. I also really like to play around with having sections that are completely underwater, because you can have whole fights underwater and it's really fun. Alright, but I try not to overdo it. I didn't fill the whole map with head-high water. You can just walk through it like normal here, and that's fine. Here's a little bit of decoration tip. If you ever need something to spice up your walls, you can just build one of these. Anyways, this is called the Fountain, and I like to use water, like I said. I also like to add kind of little quirky things. I like rockets in the middle, or power weapons in the middle of the map, and that's what I've done here. Rockets are here at the bottom underneath the water. I thought that was kind of a cool, interesting thing to do. Put them underwater there. Almost like something that you're not going to know about the first time you play the map. I like to build maps that have a little bit of intrigue or a little bit of a learning curve to them. If you will, like, obviously you'd have to maybe take some time to figure out that, hey, there's some rockets here. I also have toyed around with the idea of maybe making these, instead of lights, making them customs. So overshield camo, something like that. That way you really had to be out here in the middle controlling the open area, which would be, I think, fairly difficult to do to get those customs. Although I think that might overpower a team, so I'm gonna wait and kind of play that out and see how it goes, see if it plays well. These little trenches here. So I like the water aspect. I've even incorporated it over here in the corners with this glass area where you can get in and you can actually crouch behind these barricades. We'll talk more about that here in a second. I'm just going to generally show you around. Okay, the side, there's two snipers on this map, one on each side. It's a very symmetrical map. I don't necessarily like that. I think I'm going to take away one of the snipers because I think it's just overkill as far as like power weapons and power-ups and things like that. So that's the general layout of the map. There's a lift behind these towers so you can get into Tower 2. This was built for Reach, obviously, so places like this, I'm going to need to figure out a way to make these accessible, because I meant for them to be accessible, but we don't have jetpacks anymore, so we're going to have to figure that out, and I don't think that'll be too difficult. Overall, I really like this map, and I think I'm going to leave it mostly the same, with the exception of this. This sight line here is just terrible, right? Why would I make a map that just, I don't know, it's been like four or 5 years, and I just am in here saying, why did I do that? Why did I leave it so open? And I think part of that's because it's unfinished. I didn't even lay spawn points, really. And I think the other part of it is, I think I remember wanting to make some sort of like bridge or way to get across these little divots without having to go down into them. But with the aesthetics of the map, I couldn't find a piece that looked right, and I think I was out of the good pieces. Everyone knows that struggle, right? You want that wall or that whatever piece you're trying to use, but you're all out of them, and you're just done for, right? That's the end of your map. You don't come back from that. So I think maybe if I put some sort of bridge or something in the middle here, there'd be some cover to strafe behind, and additionally, I think putting some railings along the sides here would also be able to, hide behind the railings, kind of crouch a little bit, and have some cover that way as well, instead of the only cover being, back here, because it's just too open of a map. If I were to go up here Well, let's just go up here to the side. You know, if I'm here with a sniper, and you're anywhere over there, anywhere here, here, you're done for. There's just nothing. Even with the DMR, you're done for. You know, there's nowhere to run, no cover. You're probably not going to get out of that situation. So I need to make that to fix that problem. That's probably the biggest problem with this map as it is. It played okay. I played this map a few times, and it played fairly well. But I think my main criticism is that I left it too open. And so I think I'll work to, when I bring it to Halo 5, to try to fill in that gap. And with the item piece count in Halo 5, I think I'm going to be able to do a lot of cool things, both aesthetically with this map and functionally. So I think I'm going to be able to add some cool jumps and some cool, you know, maybe some cool flourishes to the map that improve the gameplay. Obviously, I want to change the scale maybe because of sprint and thruster pack and all that. So the scale might have to change, but generally speaking, I think I'm going to leave the bones of the map the same. I also am thinking like things like this here. You know, this was an unintentional gap that was left, but once I build it in 5, I think I'm going to make this, you know, something where you can jump, stabilize, clamber, or crouch jump, clamber, something like that, to make it accessible without having to go around to the back, which I didn't show you, I suppose. You know, without having to go around to the back and hit these lifts. And the only thing that I really would love to change about this map is I think there's not enough. Okay, there's 4 bases and there's a center. That doesn't feel like enough to me in this map, especially since these bases on the side are kind of bare bones. I feel like there needs another level, and I'm not sure if it would be like another level above the center somehow, maybe off the top of these. I'm not sure if I'd like that or if that's even a good idea or would look right. What I would ideally like to do is make an underwater level, you know, or a basement, some sort of basement room with tunnels that led down, maybe either from over here, kind of at the diagonals, so that the tunnels led down diagonally and met somewhere under the fountain. But yeah, good luck getting 343 to give us submergible objects, and if they do, I'm probably gonna, you know, crap my pants, because that's gonna be amazing. But otherwise, you know, that's what I'm thinking about this map. And I think even if it's maybe kind of an unsuccessful map and it doesn't play the way I want it to, I think just building it will help me, you know, kind of hone my skills again. Hopefully they fix things like, you know, these glitches that you get here with the new budget system. I hope that we can avoid those little areas. But overall, I really like this map, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. You know, even in its current state, what you think about it and what you think I could do with it in Halo 5 for sure. And I'd love to, you know, once I get it built, to have lots of people play test it for me. So, all right, well, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to us at 2XP Gaming here, or you can follow us on Twitter at 2XP Gaming, and we'll catch you guys later.